You know, I need to study a little more harder. Get out of the way. I'm gonna stay here. But what it is, I got somebody that I think is just small and stretched like a little dynamite, but she has a glass. And you know who I'm talking about. And I do believe that the person I'm talking about someday gonna be a great teacher because I see all aspects in her. I see everything she needs in order to be a good teacher. So people always putting us down. But you can look around and see if it wasn't for a teacher, where would you be? Why would some of the same people that put us down, where would they be if it wasn't for a teacher? I don't want my child to be a teacher, but I want mine to be a teacher. And just so blessed we have two teachers. So I'm getting out of the way, and I'm letting somebody come that's going to have this go today. And this is the beginning of what we got. Come on up, down this lady.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So today the title of our lesson is The Heart of a Leader. And first I'm going to give out the definition of a leader, which is a person who has command, authority, or influence. So I'm going to start by asking, like, when I think of a good leader, what traits come to mind? Just going out.
Compassionate.
Compassion, yeah. Fair, my trust in God.
Understanding.
Brave, understanding. Right. Steady. Compassionate. Yeah. So, when I think of a good leader, I think of somebody who can overcome obstacles, stick with any task, and has the nerve to never back down. And all of that categorized into head and heart. So today we're going to be discussing what's some background. Yes, background lesson. We're going to be discussing the reign of King Saul and the rise of King David. So Israel against God's word decided that they wanted a king. Of course, God didn't want them to have a king because he was leading them, so they didn't need a king. But they wanted to conform and have a king because of the initiative. So they chose Saul. Well, Saul ended up becoming, well, we'd say, full of himself. Because he let go of his head like, I'm the king, his ego got big, and he became a heartless leader. Of course, that's not the kind of leader that we want. We want somebody who will care for us. So many times we allow titles and positions to change who we are. We let go down here like, well, I'm better than them because I'm a supervisor. They just work on the line. We can like fake the line. And Romans 2:11 states, for there is no respect of persons with God. So no matter who you are or what you do, we are all equal in God's eyes. Don't ever allow your accomplishments to change who you are and make you feel higher than this. Because just as God bless this person, he can bless the next person. He can give you the position today and he can take it from you today and give you to the next person. So you always have to remember to stay humble and allow God to be able to bless you. Because you never know the plan he has for somebody else. You can see somebody homeless today, and tomorrow they can be your boss. So you never let it go to your head. Always stay humble and speak to God's plan. So Saul allowed his position to change his mind, and this caused him to lose his position, like I just said before. And he was replaced by King David, who was anointed. So, section 1. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we go back to that Bible. Think about some of those people that really had it. They had money, they had jobs. But when the Bible came and struck them, they got down like everybody else. Who was in the food stuff now? The same people. Who was in the line for food? The same people. Someone said that never happened. Well, you don't know where you're going. You know where you've been, but you don't know where you're going. Right. You just said, we all don't get too high. Don't let the degrees and the prestige get you above the people. Because that same person you look down on, you might be the hand-up person.
Right. He was saying how when Kelita came, you had something?
And another thing, we can put ourselves up. But the same way we put down or pass us one, we come back down.
He was saying that when COVID came, he kind of humbled the playing field, kind of leveled it out because a lot of people in there out of work and on the same level as the people that they get down on, which did happen. And Uncle Willie was saying that you can see somebody going up, well, they can see you going up and you will see them on your way down, on their way up. So you never know how it would be, which is right. Now, move to section 1. It's a matter of heart. I need to read it, guys. It could be one person, it could be several people. Just somebody come here and read from the first verse.
Verse 1. And the Lord said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill thine horn with oil and go. I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king among his sons.
Okay, so tell y'all this Samuel was a judge, right? Okay, he wanted to retire because he was so frustrated about the fact that they wanted a God, they wanted a king, and God didn't want them one. So that frustrated him to the point where he said, you know what, I'm just gonna retire because I don't have time for it. So as Christians, we have to be willing to stand apart. I know all the other nations had a king, and they like, we want a king too, they got a king, but as Christians, we have to have our own path, and we have to be able to stick to it regardless of what's going on around us. Romans 12:2, part A states, and be not conformed to the world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And the definition of conform, because I hate to look it up, is to behave according to socially acceptable standards. So that means we should not be trying to fit in with everybody around us. We must stand out and speak out when it comes to living in God's purpose for us. Because how can we help save people when we live in this life? Like, of course, they're not going to take us serious. It's like, I can't be at the club every Saturday and see you at the club and say, you don't need to be here because you want to go to heaven, you don't end up in heaven. But I'm in here right here with you. Of course, you're not going to take me serious. You probably think I'm joking. So, in this first verse, God is telling you, like, how long y'all gonna sit here and cry about the fact that I took out a king? Because they're just gonna go on whining and complaining because they lost their king. So he was like, look, I took him. It's time to move on. We gotta get to this thing. We gotta go on with it. Keep going forward. It's like an example of God saying, you know, I'm young, so I still remember this good. When your mama whoop you and be like, keep on crying, I'm gonna need some more to cry about because you've been crying too long. You know, you try to cry a long time, you irritate her because she whooped you. So, you know, that's how you try to hold your cry. So, he was like, it's how they go. It's just like your mom said, keep on now, I'm gonna whoop you again. Because you know what you're doing. That's how God felt. Y'all still crying, I took them. It's time to move on. You gotta pick yourself up, come on, let's go to the next thing. So, it's just like, when God take stuff from us and we feel some type of way about it and we whine about it, we like, oh, I lost my job, I'm so depressed. But you never know what God has in store for you. Of course, it looks like you don't see the bigger plan, you just see the position that you're in now. So you don't feel like, oh, I'm depressed, I lost my job, but the whole time, God's trying to get you out of that place so he can take you higher in the next place. So you always have to stick to and trust God's plan that he has for your life. So, yeah.
You know, reason that, you know, he disobeyed God.
Right.
God told him, Samuel to tell him what to do. He didn't do it twice. And that's the reason that this happened to him, because of disobedience. And you crying over the man disobeyed God, that's what he had to do. Why would you be crying over him? This man disobeyed me. And they just how he crying, well, Samuel was moaning over him for a reason that he shouldn't have. That's us too.
Right.
We want to disobey God and still want God to
To treat us the
disobey
same way.
Yeah,
Right.
it's no different.
And then, make sure I didn't know who Jesse was, because I didn't, if you were scared to ask, I tell you anyway. Jesse was David's dad. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say, that while these people were saying they wanted a king like everybody else, they didn't stop to think about it. They really didn't need a king because they already had everything that they need. They're just like us today. We're never satisfied with what we got. We want something.
We want everything everybody else got, and we get everything that we want. As soon as I see somebody else with it, I'm like, well, I want that too. And then you end up not happy with what you actually have. Which one?
They didn't wait on God to send them that king.
They picked that on.
They wanted it right then. And God had already, was already given them the king. He already was appointed David. But they were so in a hurry, because God had let them get what they wanted.
Right. She said they didn't want to wait on the king God had, because of course David was a kid at the time. They didn't even give him time to grow up. They picked their own king because he was taken too long. And haste make waste. You know, haste make waste.
But I'm just gonna say, then ice cream. You can put it up place, somebody come out and throw ice cream. You can eat more now, but when you see them, you won't.
Yeah, it's just like my cousin I'm putting him on the spot. He be mad, but let me walk in with any type of food or anything. Now all of a sudden he got taste for it, he wants some food. I can't have that without him want some. That's how people are. I'm sorry. That's how people be like, you see somebody else do it, you want it. That's just how we are, which is actually like. So yeah, I told y'all that Jesse is David. Okay, let's go to verse 2.
Verse 2. And Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul hear, he will kill me. And the Lord said, take an heifer with thee, and say, I am come to sacrifice to the Lord.
Okay, so of course I told y'all that Saul was a evil leader, a cool leader. So God told Samuel, he told him go to the field, because I got something to do, you gotta get from this king. He was scared. He like, hold on, we got a cool leader. He probably gonna try to kill me. He find out I'm trying to go find his replacement. Like, I don't want to do it. And a lot of times that's how we are. We like, hold on, this scary. I don't want to do it. I ain't scared stuff. If you got scared me, I ain't walking in the room. I can hear from the hall. I'm like, You get scared. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. So God said, you know what? This is what you gonna do. You gonna go get a heifer, cow. And you gonna go back like you finna go, you come to sacrifice. Tell them that. That's why you can get by, you can ease in, you gonna trick them basically and get in. So he told him just get that and tell them that's what you will. But when God sent us on the mission, we have to remember not to have a spirit of fear, but a spirit of faith. So of course it might be scary to you, but God not gonna send you in to be there and prepare that place for you. As long as it's what God has you and not something you trying to. So I always remember that we're supposed to have a spirit of faith. And we're going to
That's what he did. He told them what to give. Because he knows he went and just told them the king be worthy. Look what God said. Take this guy, which was a sacrifice. Normally, that's nothing but a sacrifice. Nobody would make anything. Not even King Saul would think nothing about that. Okay, he just wanted to do a sacrifice.
Right.
So God was already leading him, even his spirit. God was telling him what to do. All we have to do is just follow God's lead. But what we're going to do, we're going to jump into God. If God say go, we stay.
Right.
And that's what this right here. But God, if I go, we're going to do this. That. No. God said go.
Go. Right.
Have faith in it.
You have to trust his plan and stick to it. It's not about what you think. You just have to believe it.
Explain what is a heifer.
I said a cow.
What's the difference between a regular cow and a heifer cow?
Yeah, a female cow is a cow because a male cow is a bull. Yeah.
But there are also a difference between a heifer and a regular cow too. A heifer never had a baby yet. A cow is one that has to do it before.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, expert. Good job, assistant. Okay, we're gonna move to verse 3.
Verse 3. And call Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will show thee what thou shalt do. And thou shalt anoint unto me him whom I name unto thee.
So he told him to go to Jesse, which I told you exactly did. And he said, this is what I want you to do. Just go, and I'm gonna tell you which one it is. And when I tell you which one it is, you're gonna anoint him. That's it. Plain and simple. Okay, verse 4.
Verse 4. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peaceably?
Okay, I told y'all this all was cool. And of course, Samuel worked with him. So when the people saw him coming, they're like, hold on. What you coming for? Because the king is mean, and you one of his people. So they just trying to make sure, look, I hope when you come to shake the city. This is what we said, shake the city. Right. When, we don't want no trouble, we want to be peaceful. So that's another thing I was gonna point out. You have to watch who you're around. Because you may be the best type of person, and of course you don't look down on people or judge people, but you have to watch the people around you. My dad always say from the pulpit when he preach, he always tell me, it's like a fish market. It might not come on you immediately when you hang around people doing wrong stuff, but it's coming. It's gonna ease on you. It's gonna slowly change you out. So you have to watch the people you around because they didn't know him, but when he was coming, they're like, oh man, he be with Saul. Now we scared because we think he's gonna be like he is. So you have to be careful with the people you around. Watch the company.
Was an evil person. He had no feeling in his heart. He had no feeling. He had heart, no feeling, he had no compassion.
Right,
He had nothing to do, but he was moving, no compassion.
heart, the heart.
Also, he didn't start like that. Start out like most people. You start humble. But as you progress, you get more and more. Then the other side, you come out. You start real nice. But as we get older, you begin to have more problems.
Right.
And that's what some problems like the solve. Hey, we got that there. That's what happened. We are the same way. If God do good for us, we real nice. If God, the more we get, the less God we have. And that's some of the problems that people have now. They had back then. Saul had that same problem. He got to the point that, oh, I'm a big man now. I can do what I want to do. Okay. He was right here.
Right. Like I said earlier, he had allowed his position and the things that he had to get his head
Yeah.
and started feeling like, well, I'm me, God, because I'm just like him. I got everything I want. I'm the king. He God, I'm the king. And he let it go to his head, which is what I told you.
Let's say you were talking about when he went to Bethel, they were sort of excited because they were nervous because he showed up. That's sort of like when I was sitting in classroom and they come on the intercom and said, "Well, the judge don't go to the office." Man, I got nervous for what? I ain't here.
Right.
So Bethel was a small town that they never looked for the big men to come to. It was just a small town. And they should, and everybody knew Samuel was anointed by God from his youth up. And now he gonna show up in town without announcing it. And they said, man, God was gonna do something to us for real. But they were just a small town, scared because a man showed up of God, and they were unexpected. And sometimes that's the way it is with us now. God shows up unexpectedly. It sort of makes us look shaky.
That's what happened to our program.
Right. He didn't go.
He got full of himself, he had him in the Jesus. I treat y'all better than God treat you. And he treat y'all better than God, he don't have to deal with that.
Right. He already talking about when Donald Trump said he treat us better than God did because he gave us some good checks. Yeah. He right. Moving to verse 5, y'all gonna have a verse 5.
Verse 5, and he said peaceably, I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to the sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his sons and called them to the sacrifice.
And so, yeah, he did what God told him to do. He said, look, y'all, I'm just here for a sacrifice. Of course, he was there, to go and anoint the king, but he told him what God told him to tell him. I'm here to sacrifice. So he called Jesse, which is David's father. Y'all don't remember it. And told them to come so they can have their sacrifice. Number 6.
Verse 6, and it came to pass when they were come, and he looked at Eliab and said, surely the Lord's anointed is before him.
Okay, so Jesse came with his son, and Samuel immediately like, this him. He probably was the biggest, the strongest son. Like, yeah, this is king. Of course, it wasn't his decision; it was God's decision. But he took it upon himself to say, yeah, it's probably him. But it wasn't. So,
When I looked at it, they told me he was a good-looking boy. He wasn't the boy that y'all want to text number for.
we don't get to make it out.
Y'all not today. Y'all got to find worse for that. But anyway, he was the book. When I studied him, they said he was one of Jesse's good-looking boys. And so he was big, he was tall, he had everything a woman walked out of him for his outer appearance.
So he the best looking one.
He was one of the good-looking boys.
It's that also, the reason that happened because if you remember when you got Saul, how they got Saul, you good looking in the Bible said, describe me as good looking. And so this was another one of those guys that was a good looking guy. And the first thing came to his mind, he said, that's him right there. Peter said that because he did the same thing for Saul. So he doesn't do this one that God can choose because he has all the attributes. And you know that this is it.
This is
They
it.
got everything that they look for. But that's what the outside.
That was
But
outside.
that's not what God said on the inside.
Right. And a lot of times we focus on what people look like when it's really about what's on their heart and what type of person they actually are. It's so easy to be fooled by people who look good. When in reality they horrible. I ain't trying to get on the men, but you know them good looking men, you be like, oh yeah, my man is good. And they'll tell your life up, you instead of saying it's good. So each practice how it be on the outer, and you wouldn't even be caring about the type of person they are. And I get on women too, they had that nice shape and coat body, you know, you be like, yeah, it's my, she had 50 me. And you still trying to stay by everything. Like, she gonna pick me, you know, you will let that confuse you and have you in a very bad position.
I read something. I said, she built like a brick house, but you have no furniture upstairs.
Right, he said she built like a brick house with no furniture. Yeah, but I was talking about me. Calm down. I was talking about me. Number 7.
Number 7, but the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
Right, and this is exactly what I just finished explaining. I'm here my own self. I supposed to have said that on this, but yeah, that's like what I was saying. God told him, nope, wrong one. He was like, that's how we look for you. Not looking for nobody who don't look good and be cute. And y'all say, well, we got the cute skin. It's not about that. It's about who has the best heart, because the leader they had now was heartless, like I said before. So they didn't need a man that looked good. They need a man who's take care of them and care for them the way that they need to be cared for. Right, and they believe in God for sure. But God has plenty. Go ahead.
I have an uncle. He was a carpenter, truck driver, everywhere he went, I mean, God give him, he was not a big time move. He had a home in that town, and when he played, it was from everybody on the rest. And I'm looking like, okay, you know, everybody looking alike. Yeah, they don't care what they look just alike. And my God, he said, he ain't helping them, he ain't gonna be helping them.
The men, they go to their head. So me, don't let them look go to your head. So if you a good person. Me. So yeah, when God has declared for you, you don't have to be qualified, because He's going to qualify you Himself. So it's not about what they have in their head for you, because God gonna make you what you need. So don't worry about what people say. Oh, well, she not big enough, or he not big enough, or not smart enough, or not enough education. If God wants you in that position, you will be put in that position, regardless of experience or anything. If that's the plan He has for you, that's where you're gonna be. Okay, the next section, y'all. Listening to God's voice. So of course we at the point where, do a little quick summary for y'all. We at the point where Samuel is with Jesse, and they trying to pick the king, so they going through the sons, trying to decide which one God has for him. Of course, Samuel trying to put his own mind in it, which is not what he there for. He getting ahead of himself too. And they replacing Saul. So yeah, this is what we in now. Section 2, listen to God's voice. Verses. You can read verses 8, 9, and 10 together. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Verse 8, then Jesse called Abinadab and made him pass before Samuel. And he said, neither hath the Lord chosen this. Verse 9, then Jesse made Shammah to pass by. And he said, neither hath the Lord chosen this. Verse 10, again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Lord hath not chosen thee.
Okay, so he's true. He going through the sons, they trying to find which one God chose. Jesse called him the son, look like, and I guess he thought he was gonna get the people. So he called his son, he called him best of the best in order, all his sons, and God kept saying no. So every time he said no, he like, why no, this issue? No again. And he kept on until he went through 7 of his sons. And all 7 were no's. So if their position is not for you, it don't matter who call on you and say, well, I'm gonna give it to you. This is what I pick for. It's not about your choice, it's about God's choice. So he went through all of them, and they got all no's. So this is basically what happened. Verse 11.
Verse 11. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither.
Okay, so Samuel was like, this all your kids, because I mean, we got our nose. We got 7 of them up. And Jesse said, well, I got one more, but he the youngest. And he kind of downplayed him. He like, he just keep the sheep. Like, I'm showing you the good son. That's the baby. You know, the little one over there. He just a little shepherd. He acted like, of course, I know you went down there talking about him. Because he just know we got in the field over there. But he told him, go and get him. And we're going to see how it goes. Of course, it's not about size and all that. It's about what God see on the inside. So he tried to downplay it and say, we just, he didn't shepherd, we even got to call him. But he ended up being who God actually wanted. So you have to not worry about how people are doing you, how the society look at you, is who you are, or what they see. It's about what God sees you look at you in the position that he wants to put you in.
When I looked at that, what was David doing? David was out there working. What was the rest of them doing? Nothing. So what they tell me, God wants somebody that's going to work. So if we Christians, if we know what God say, He don't want us to sit. He wants us to get out and work.
Right.
Now our work is just bringing somebody to church. Our work is helping somebody. So if you notice, they were doing that this way, you want to look good. You know, that's not what they want. Because what does God want? God looks at the heart, and their heart wasn't right to Him do that. So this guy, David, out there by himself in the sheep. And that's what God said.
Yeah.
God has a power, and He don't want the lazy.
He said, God don't want a cow or a lazy soul, which is correct. That's what I said.
From day one. Right. So sure, you have to know that God was looking for something more than just the person that's sketching out. He wants someone that's going to do. And then if you're there, your own relation with them, you're not thinking enough of you. Take the ring off and let them look at you.
Right.
I'm sure that.
Right. She said she wanted how David felt because of the fact that he was out there working and his dad still called all the others like he's the one to look at as if he just was nothing. But he was the one being obedient. He was working. That's a good point. Verse 12. Yeah,
Verse 12. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy and withal of a beautiful countenance, and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is he.
Okay, so I had to look with ready meat, and that's a healthy, being a healthy bread cook. So I guess he was, he was healthy, and of course they say, he was a little good too. He wasn't no other man. He was a little clean man. So when that time of him, when he came, God said, yeah, he was the one. So 13.
Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to race.
Okay, so Samuel did what he was there to do, anoint the next king, which was David, and from that point on, he lived blessed. And he didn't anoint him, he didn't say, come on, let's go to the back room, let me go here, anoint you. He anointed him in front of everybody. So when God has that position for you, it don't matter who around, it can be 1,000 people in the crowd that hate you. He's still gonna make you who he wants you to be. So he anointed him in front of everybody, and he lived the rest of his life blessed. So the point that I took from his lesson, when I was studying myself together, God took the smallest and the youngest son and chose him. So no matter how small you see yourself, you never know what purpose God has for you. So always trust in his plan and allow him to work through you. Don't let anybody make you feel like you are not enough for anything. Because God, when he has it for you, you're gonna be enough. He'll make you enough. If anything, he'll change position to you, to fit you. So always focus on his plan, allow him to work in your life, and know that anything or anyone leads you astray. And I'm gonna turn this back in to Mr. Buckley. He can come on up and be his podium. Thank you for allowing me to speak, guys.
Because I always said, someday, we're moving on our.
That's right.
And if we don't train them, then you be the first to find out what happened. It's our fault. As an old person, we got to realize that our number, a day, a number, we need to have somebody to step on the end and continue with what we're doing. Now, I don't know where she won, which way she won, but as long as she got God in her heart, and know that she got God in her heart, and follow what God wants her to do, we never know what teaching Sunday school gonna lead her, not what teaching Sunday school gonna lead him to be. All we wanna do is just train them and get out of the way and help them. You know, we could say things, what we could do, we should though, because we go on an experience. They gotta go through and get to where we are.
That's
So
right.
I'm so glad to have both of them here,
Yeah.
doing that job teaching Sunday school for us. And that has been a blessing to me. I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but it's a blessing to me. Anytime I can sit down and just help sometimes. You know, it's good just to help.
That's right.
Let somebody else teach and do well. And if we don't do it, it's our fault.
That's right.
You know, it's nobody's fault but ours. So I'm so glad what she's done. She's done a great job of giving us this lesson today. If you don't like it, well, that's all right. And she coming from her heart. Because it's all about her heart, and she gives to us. No matter what you do, somebody got something to say.
Oh, yeah.
You can get up there and be the best speaker in the world, somebody can find fault. You can be the worst speaker in the world, somebody can find fault. He said, "I was gonna be a but she done a marvelous job. We're gonna continue to let them use them as long as they want to do it. I'm getting out of the way and let them do it. Now, since we got that, and this is the fifth Sunday, I believe else for a fifth Sunday. We got something else. And this is a young person. Now, what I like about this young person here, you can go on the outside and you can hear this young person. Oh, yeah. You can go on the outside and hear her. So, here she comes. She got something good for us. It must be something. She'll a piece of dynamite too. Yeah, you know, we got some dynamite here in the church. And I love to have dynamite. Here she comes, a little dynamite. We had one dynamite, here's another little dynamite. This is our young folks doing their thing.
Whole world in his hands, he's got the whole wide world. In his hands, he's got the whole world. In his hands, he's got the whole world in his hands.
That's good, yeah.
You never know, it could be a Benny, it could be a Tina Turner, it could be a Richard Franklin, all them folks
Right.
start in church. Little folks, they have, it takes something to look at. Whether you believe it or not, it takes something to look at everybody looking at you. So that's nothing but a blessing. And we're not doing these blessings yet, but I'm gonna move on quick. We're gonna continue to smoke that. So I can hand out to them.